Hi, in this video I'm going to be playing the intro to Panama by Van Halen. This uses A chord shapes and it uses some great syncopation as well. So the first thing I'm going to do is play it for you very slowly, then I'll break it down a little bit, and then I'll play it up the tempo. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, so there are really 3 chord shapes that you're playing in this song. You do those 3 shapes in 2 different positions, in the 7th position and in the 5th position, but 3 basic shapes. The first shape is an A shape in the 7th position, and so I like to bar the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings with my 3rd finger and use my 1st finger on the 5th string, 7th fret. So these notes are 2 frets apart. That's the first shape. The second shape happens whenever we add our pinky to the 2nd string, 10th fret. That makes an A suspended shape. And then the third shape, we use our 1st finger on the 5th string and we bar from the 5th to the 2nd strings. Then I have my 3rd finger on the 4th string, 9th fret, and my 2nd finger on the 3rd string, 8th fret. And like I said, my 1st finger is covering that 2nd string, 7th fret. So that would be a major 9 shape. It's kind of jazzy, but Eddie makes it work. Okay, so those are your 3 basic shapes, and then you do all 3 of those shapes in the 5th position as well. So in measure 1, you want to watch out for the syncopation. You don't play on 1 or 2, you play on the ands. So here comes measure 1. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now, one thing you're going to notice with this as well, Eddie Van Halen does this a lot, is he'll alternate between the high notes in a chord and then low notes, and sometimes he'll add some palm muting on the low notes. That's what the PM in your tab stands for. Okay, so then in measure 2, we keep going. We're staying in the 7th position. Here it comes. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then we hold the and of 4. It's tied to beat 1. So this gives us time to change positions to the 5th position, where we're doing our A shape now, and we come in on the and of 1 with the 4th through the 2nd string. Here it goes. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Okay, then in measure 5, if you don't have a whammy bar, you can't do the whammy bar, but you play the 4th through the 2nd string on beat 2, and then on the and of 4, you're going to hit that open E string. So here's measure 5, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and in that time, you want to get back into your 7th position. And here, in measure 5, you come in on the and of 1, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So this is actually very similar to measure 1. that you've already played. Not exactly the same though, so you want to keep an eye out for the differences. Then in measure 6, we continue in the 7th position. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So then in measure 7, it does something a little bit unusual. You're going to use your first finger to play the 7th fret and then play the 7th fret on the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings. Then you will switch down to the 5th position on beat 2. So here comes measure 7. Watch closely. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. One thing you want to watch out for with this is making sure that you get enough pressure on the notes, because you're having to bar across a few strings, and make sure that the notes are in tune. You don't want to be pulling them towards the floor or pushing them up towards the ceiling when you're making these chords. Okay, here it comes at tempo, as promised. And at tempo for this is about 140 beats a minute. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4.